Hello, hi, namaste, welcome back to my channel. So guys, as promised in my last video that I'm gonna talk about skill assessment and how safe cook in Australia or even in overseas people who are looking to apply for permanent residency in Australia, how you can apply it, what are the ways, what are the things you need to know before you can apply this visa. So guys, jumping straight to the content, first of all I would like to talk about what skill assessment is. Guys, as the name suggests, skill assessment is an institute authorized by TRA, Trades Recognized Australia. So that is the authority that gives authority to certain institute, and they say that go ahead, you have our permission to assess documents and see if they are eligible for skill assessment or not. So guys, let's talk about what are the documents, evidence you need over a period of time you have to collect so that you can apply for skill assessment. So first of all, let's talk about educational background. Guys, a lot of you might have an educational background of hospitality management. Like I had an educational background of bachelor in hotel management from India, and I submitted that and they accepted because I had more than 40 subjects studied over a period of 4 years, and out of that there were over 20 subjects that I did in food production. There were another 10 subjects I did in food and beverage in front office. So this will contribute, and those of you who don't have, please don't worry, there are other things you can do, so please bear with me. And guys, if you have, that's very nice on you, good on you guys. So have that ready, make that document ready with you. And let's talk about employment contract. As soon as you get a job, guys, you have to make sure you have your employment contract. Highlight your details, like if you are part-time, if you are full-time, if you are casual, highlight your working details. So the skill assessment can find it easy to access your hours, like how much hour did you work in 1 year. So like being a student, you can only work 20 hours. So if you work a year, by 20 hours you just work like 6 months of full time. So highlight all these things, make sure you have this document. And also guys, like make a very detailed resume. In that resume, talk about your duties, your responsibility. If you worked as a sous chef, what were the things that you did? If you worked as safety party, mention things you did. Please mention clearly. Like mention your authority, the things you were able to do, like if you're able to purchase things, if you're given money to manage the kitchen. So these all things will give a further boost to your resume and your skill assessment. Again guys, now I want to talk about reference letter. One of the biggest mistake that I did during my work in kitchen was I never bothered about asking a reference letter. I just had like one or two, like. So guys, try to have at least 5 to 10 reference letter from your chef, from your head chef, sous chef, and your employees. Like this always helps. And guys, make sure your letter of reference is in proper letterhead. Like it contains a letterhead, and it contains name, position, and authorized person, signature, date. Make sure it is genuine. Like if I have to look at that reference letter, make sure I get an idea. Or like even if I want to confirm tomorrow, I can confirm it. So you are in the safe side. Basically, do it in such a way that you are in a safe side. Now guys, another thing, no matter where you are, guys, always try to have that menu. Like always have a menu with you, or at least scan that menu and keep it with you. That will help. And have some production list, like what are the things in your kitchen that you did. So have some recipe, have some production list, have some menu items. That will further enhance your skill assessment process. Now let's talk about financial evidence. And here, so even for overseas guys, this is important. So if you have an experience of Australia, you have to show at least 3 payslip of your ex workplace. So like let's say you have jumped into different kitchen over a period of time. Always try to have at least 3 to 5 or 5 to 10 payslip. The more, much better. At least have minimum of 3 payslip from every employee you worked in your previous work. So that will help for providing a strong evidence. And also you have to provide at least a 12 recent payslip. So the work you are doing right now, you have to have your 12 recent payslip. and that is something you and I, we both have. When you have worked in kitchen for a long time, we can provide that to skill assessment. And if you are abroad, guys, if you are if you are in Nepal and you are watching this, guys, you can do this, like you can ask for letter of recommendation, or you can ask for letter of financial deposition of your money, or per month in cooperative, in bank. You can be mindful about these things starting now. If you have not thought about that, say your employee, hey, maybe tomorrow I'm considering this also, so if you could deposit my money in this, or if you could give me your financial reference of how I have earned my money. Guys, how much you want is not of relevant here, because every country has different wages rates. So as long as you provide with proper financial evidence, guys, you will be all good. So please, this is quite important. And now in Australia, guys, again, we have our page summary over end of the year. We have our page summary, our tax return statement, and assessment period. So try to have all these documents every year. Try to go through this, pile this evidence, because these things takes time, guys. Like I said, you at least have to, even if you are in Australia, you at least have to have at least 36 months of work experience. Even if you were educated in the relevant field, if you are not in that relevant field, you have to have at least 5 years. So guys, this is done over a period of time. So you have to keep compiling this evidence. It's not just today or tomorrow. So please, you have to think about it, and you have to do this. Now another thing I want to talk about, and that is really, really important. Like this is something I never did, and I'm struggling right now to do it. So guys, we have to have photos, and we have to have videos of kitchen working. Like have at least 20 to 30 photos, and or more than that. Of course, I personally would say try to have more photos of more than that, and try to show various work process, like different types of cut of meats, and like you're working on meat, and you're working in seafood, you're working on you show your knowledge on hygiene, and if you are making some desserts, so that and if you are making some bread, so try to show your diversity of work inside the kitchen, because guys, we do a lot of things inside the kitchen. If you are working in fryer section, you are not only working in fryer section, you move up, you work in assembly, you work in pan. There are various things. There is ladder section. So these things are really important, guys, and make sure like you have enough photo of making sauces, bread, and also guys, like we have to show harmony, and we have to show how good we are with managing stuff. So guys, make sure you have photo of mopping in the kitchen or cold room. Try to have photo of arranging your cold room properly, according to the standard. Like you have to know where the meat goes, you have to know where your veggie goes, and if you have done this over a period of time, guys, I don't need to tell you how to do that. I just want to remind you to click a photo and try and save the evidence. And also, guys, this is something I have learned in a hard way. Like over a period of time, I spent so much time and money. Money was fine, but time is something like not everybody has a luxury of. So please, guys, pay attention, think about it, and don't try to collect evidence from social media. Like, hey, I'm gonna just download this photo, or this looks good, and I'm gonna say I did it. Guys, don't do that. There are people who are smart than you and me. That's why they are there. That's why they are doing that skill assessment. So guys, be genuine, be honest. If it takes time, start now. Over a period of time, you can do it. And also, guys, I just want to say, I'm not a lawyer, guys. Like I also, I'm someone who have worked in this field for quite some time, and this is something I needed to do. So I try to find out as many things as I could. And also, maybe if I have missed something, or maybe some of these information are outdated today, please share with me, share in the comment below, and let us know. Let us help our community, let us help each other grow, be better. Let us share our information, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Please do like, comment, and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. See you until next time. Catch you later, guys.